Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hilyatul Auliya. This time I will convey what I have learned this semester in the critical reading course. Focus, questions, direction, and response. The difference of purpose in reading is to get a basic grasp of the text, but in critical reading, to form judgment about how a text works. Activity. In reading, absorbing or understanding, but in critical reading, analyzing or interpreting or evaluating. Focus. In reading what a text says, but in the critical reading what the text does and makes and means. Question. In reading, what is the text saying, and what information can I get out of? But in critical reading, the question is how does the text work, or how is it argued, and what are the choices made or the patterns that result, and what kinds of reasoning and evidence are used, and what are the underlying assumptions, and last, what does the text means. The difference in direction and reading is with the text or taking for granted is it right, but in critical reading is against the text or questioning its assumptions and argument and interpreting meanings in context. And the last, response. In the reading is restatement and summary, but in critical reading is description, interpretation, and evaluation. Next, we learn what is plagiarism in article, journal, and indexation. What is plagiarism? It is copying from another source without citing, and it is using the source too closely when paraphrasing. How to avoid plagiarism? The first, we can paraphrasing and navigating, citing, and summarizing. Did you know what is article, journal, or indexation? You can explore the journal or you can explore article, journal, and indexation in the sinta.ristekbrain.go.id/journal. The next material we learn what is citing or quoting. When to cite or quote. When we cite source, example, expert, or authority opinions or ideas, research finding. The style of the original is impressive. The author has credibility that will impress your reader, and thus you are going to analyze the wording of the original to make one of your point. Two kinds of citation. The first, active citation. Example, Lee 2016 maintains that through culture and state can project a positive image, generate interest, promote exchange, and engender trust for enduring partnership. P 355. In this active voice and active citation, but passive citation, example, according to Lee 2006 and 15, through culture, a state can project a positive image, generate interest, promote exchanges, and engender trust for enduring partnership. P 355. In this passive voice or passive citation. In the next material, we learn how to make references using the APA method. What is APA? APA is one of many referencing styles used in academic writing. APA stands for American Psychological Association. The association outlines the style in the publication manual of the American Psychological Association. There are many different referencing styles, over 100. It is essential to follow the style specific your assignment and not to mix styles. Consistency of style is important. By reference, when you reference, you use the standardized style to acknowledge the source of information in your assignment. It is important, or morally and legally, to acknowledge someone else's ideas or work you have. Using academic writing encourage paraphrasing information you have researched, and there are two main parts to referencing. The first, indicating within your assignment the sources of the information you have used to write your assignment. And the second part to referencing is the construction of a reference list. Paraphrasing tools. The first, find synonyms of some of the words. Example, the tiger become the big cat. And second, change the verb to negative. Example, was awake become didn't sleep. The third, change voice. Make active sentence passive and passive ones active. Example, was sent become sent. The fourth, change part of speech. Change nouns into verbs, verbs into nouns, etc. Example, registration become register. And the five, combine sentence. Use new connecting word to combine short phrase and sentences. The opposite technique can also be used to divide longer sentences into shorter ones. Example, paraphrasing is a skill students need to learn. It is important part of academic writing. And revise paraphrasing, which is a skill students need to learn, is an important part of academic writing. The sixth, move phrase. Move part of a sentence to change the sentence structure. How to paraphrase text, lexical and semantic transformation. You can use word class change or normalization. What is normalization? Normalization are nouns that are created from adjective or word that describe nouns, or verbs or action verbs. For example, exploration is a normalization of explore. In the next material, we learn structure of summarizing. The first, thesis statement, and second, body, use the some arguments, and the last, conclusion. That's enough from me. Sorry if there's a misspelling of words. Wabillahi taufiq walhidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.